Hey, my name is Brianne. First, want to thank you so much for coming here tonight and sharing your story. I'm actually in the cinema school here and aspiring entrepreneur, so I really feel like I have you to thank as a woman going into the business and entertainment industries for just paving the way, breaking down the gate, and making a path. Thank you very much. My question is kind of related to Springboard and all the women that you've helped and sort of trained up in going into the venture capital arena. What maybe could you identify 2 or 3 key things or themes that were important to impart to those women, or that they kind of struggled with to understand in starting their companies?
Yes, I can tell you what I think is. First of all, I think the most important thing that we've had to teach women is to stand up and present yourself and your accomplishments. Men do it much better than women do out of the gate. Men have half the accomplishments and twice the story. You guys know what I mean, right? Women always shy away from it, in a sense, like, they want to give everybody else credit, and, they don't want to take credit themselves. And what we have to teach women is to speak up, speak loudly, be bold, and present your accomplishments right off the bat. I mean, like, astronaut gets up and has a biomedical product and doesn't even mention she's an astronaut. I'm like, hello, you have credentials, babe, let's get them out there, and so we have that. Honestly, it sounds simple, but it's not. There's a big difference between men and women, generally speaking. It's, I'm making a generalization, but generally speaking, that is the biggest thing for women to understand. Secondly, we have to also teach that there is an exit strategy, that this isn't sort of like when you go for venture capital, venture capitalists want to make money. They went through a period of time of pushing entrepreneurs over the edge back in the year 2000, where they would come in and boldly tell me, I want to make 1,000% of my money in 12 months. Oh, good luck. But they were pushing entrepreneurs too hard. But generally speaking, they want to make 5 times their money in 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 times their money in 3 to 5 years. That's kind of the general rule. And so you have to understand, if you go for venture funding and you get it, you have to exit. You don't personally have to exit. You can go to an IPO, or you can sell your company to another company and still run it if they are happy having you run it. But once you sell it to somebody else, it's their company, not your company. And so, if we go to IPO, we have IPOs, CEOs who started their company, they're the founders, and they're running the company as public companies. We have serial entrepreneurs who have gone IPO, started new companies, forming new companies, sold them to private companies, started another company. Women are learning that you can build a company and let it go, make money and build your own net worth. And that was something we had to teach. That was not intrinsically understood by women. Women thought, I'll start the company and I'll just run it forever, but that's not what venture capitalists want. They want their money back, and they want much more back. So you got to scale fast. Those are the two primary things. But we have a whole set of, and you can go on springboardenterprises.org, and men and women alike can learn from it. There's a lot of really good information and really good videos to explain how to present the different elements that have to be presented in venture capital. So even if you don't go after venture capital, it's very useful for raising money of any kind.
Hi, thanks so much for being here. My name is Nathan Doctor, and just as a budding entrepreneur, I was wondering, having worked with so many startups, so many successful entrepreneurs and companies, what is it that, given such a great track record too of being able to pick out ones that are successful, what is it that you look for in the entrepreneurs themselves? So the startup too, but more so the actual person behind it. What are the characteristics that really kind of show you that this is something that's going to work out?
Yeah, and people invest their money in people. That's something to really recognize. They're betting on the horse. And any investor will tell you they would prefer to have a B plan and an A person leading the company rather than an A plan and a B person leading the company. So that really tells you that they're betting on the qualifications of the person and what they see in that person. So what are they looking for? They're looking for intelligence, full command of the subject matter that they have. They're looking for the drive and the passion that they have behind it, that they're not just kind of phoning it in and doing the mechanism of it, but there's a real drive for them, and that they can build a team and attract good talent, A talent. Those are the primary things. And then the business, of course, makes a difference. But in the person, which was your question, what are they looking for in the person? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a person with confidence, they believe can execute, has the experience, has the ability to pull together a very highly qualified team, and they think can execute. And that's it, and they'll bet on them. And they'll even bet on them a second time, even if they fail, if they really believe in them.
Have you seen that happen before?
Yes, I have. I've seen it happen repeatedly. And it happens a million times over. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, there's an organization in Silicon Valley called SD Forum. And they recognize, they teach these sorts of things as part of their education process, teaching people, how to raise money and how to build businesses, also. And they give awards. And a couple years ago, Vinev Khosla and a few others of and myself were honored at this, and we went there and you give a little talk. And Vinod, who was the founder of Sun Microsystems, one of the founders, and is a big venture capitalist and is really into alternative energy in a very big way now, got up and he said, "I love failure. I fail and fail and fail until I succeed. And the neat thing about Silicon Valley is they keep funding me." Now, that gives you an example of, kind of that's Silicon Valley, and that's a state of mind all of its own, but that's basically, venture capitalists will bet on people and even bet on them when they fail. That's the other thing that differentiates men and women. Men often think, and that's a good thing, I think, they try things, and if they fail, they say, "Oh, that business failed." A woman does it, it fails, I failed. And we have to teach women that failure is not terminal. It's a lesson. What did we learn from a business that didn't make it? What did we learn? Let's not repeat it. Let's learn and take it on. And that's another thing we try to teach people. That's what the whole venture market's about. It's about experimentation, about funding innovation. It doesn't all succeed. A television series, 1 out of 10 will succeed. A movie, maybe 1 out of 20 will succeed. People go and make more movies. It doesn't, they don't go put their head in a bucket and, think I can never write another movie or something. So it's the same thing in venture. Venture expects failure.